Will, starting with you on the second question, what do you like and dislike about React and Angular?
Sure. So Angular is great because it comes with everything you need out of the box. It comes with TypeScript, routing, navigation services, and CSS libraries built in. Angular CLI is extremely helpful for working with Angular. With one line of code, you can whip up a templated service component, test for your new feature, and connect it to your app module. What I don't like about it is that it uses something called templates to formulate your HTML, which is very unique to Angular, and it's not as nice as JSX. For React, it's only a view library. It's only a view layer library. So it doesn't come with everything out of the box. So the trade-off is that you still have to choose your bundler, your routing service, and a number of other libraries in order to make a proper app. Luckily, there's lots of options available, but there are also frameworks that come with React built in, and some of those are Gatsby and Next.js, so you can still have the best of both worlds. And my favorite part is that it uses JSX. JSX puts your HTML in the JavaScript, and it makes it very easy and neat to create the view layer. And just one other thing is that, Angular, in order to make a component, you would have to make a template and a TypeScript file, while with React, each component, you can just make one JSX file. So it simplifies and lowers your code volume and simplifies your file organization. But both said, they're really good for component-based architecture.
Great, thanks. Julian, anything to add?
Yeah, and actually it's funny, on the Angular side, I know I've seen, there's some people do put templates in files, and I believe that the preference ends up being not to. But yeah, the Angular React, I love them both. I'm not ambivalent because, they are both great things, but they're like opposites. To me, Angular is like everything you wanted from a giant layered backend framework put on the front end. And they got there a bit with AngularJS, but with Angular 2, it's not naive anymore. It's very well fleshed out and thought out. And React's this opposite, where they've taken a complete constraint. You have one way of your state getting down, and it's this big one-way directional construct that gets you where you want to go. And people working with that constraint have found it solves just about every problem to greater and less good degrees, depending on what they're doing, but usually pretty well.
Great insight. So just to put you out on the spot, do you have a preference, Will?
Yeah, I prefer React.
And Julian,
React as well.
If you had to start a new project and there wasn't legacy challenges, which direction would you head?
Probably React. Angular has some places where I've seen where, because they are so structured, if you're going to do something like that yourself, if you know you're going to have something that's extremely heavyweight, that can help prompt some of that organization. But the React community really drove the way of thinking about, global data state. That's even percolated over to Angular and other frameworks by now. And that feels so ingrained in it. Mostly, I'd probably tend towards React.
Great insights, gentlemen. Thank you.